going on, YouTube? Back with Vapor with another vapey review. You know, I always do a review on something, then I always do a hotbox video afterwards. I don't know why. But I'm in my truck. It may be old, may be decrepit, but it's mine.
That's what we got.
So you can start off. I'm out of breath.
He's a little busy. A little leakish.
But what's going on in the vaping world right now? Bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much. But like me and Bailey went on like this random chat video thing. It's kind of like Omegle, but it's called like TV.
TV.
Yeah, and we found this one. We found like four or five people with jewels.
It was lit. But just all of them were just sitting there stroking. Fucking disgusting. But hey, I got a girlfriend out of it. But yeah, the box that we, if you haven't seen the review for these, look on my channel because I don't know how to put it in the description. I got the Wismac RX 200, and Chance's got the big old obnoxious motherfucker.
T-Priv 3.
T-Priv 3. I'm gonna hit that bitch.
Yeah.
And they do have the same tank.
Yeah. Even though well, I wouldn't say we have the same juice, but mine's kind of like a mixture of two. Mine's a mixture. My juice is like a mixture of 2 or 3 juices. I don't even know at this point. I try to use all clear juices because
mine was clear.
And now
a very sweet juice does that to your coils.
But the flavor and denseness of clouds is insane.
Oh yeah, we've been in this truck for like almost 3 minutes, and it's already fogged.
Like we can barely even see the camera.
Like seriously, and you guys could probably barely even see us.
Like these things are just human fog machines.
They are.
That should be their official name, fog machine.
The human fog machine.
Like,
I gotta open the window. No, you push it right there.
There we go.
Started blowing out the window.
Chris.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, let's switch mods. Do a little switch it up.
Oh yeah. Like that is so good right there.
Yeah, well this is honestly really good too. You messed up my O. Yeah, we have a window open, so we have a bit of a draft.
I don't think it's helping much.
But yeah. By the way, if you do hear a phone, it's his. He's getting text from his girl.
My boo.
So, fair warning. As a mixture. Do you think that tastes good?
Yes, that tastes like hella good.
It's
Hold on,
like,
I gotta open my door for
like
just a
this
second.
is like, what was that other juice called? Like the one in the thin bottle?
Bazooka green apple. Bazooka sour straws green apple.
So I have like, so I basically have like 2 green apples in here. Two different green apples from 2 different companies. But we can never forget the all-time sour worms.
Oh my god, dude, that stuck with me.
Exactly. And then batch.
Oh my god, dude, if we had batch, man, that'd be so fucking good.
Be vaping it all day.
She's going to Victoria's Secrets to get some bigger bras. Like, I'm trying to be a gentleman here, but come on, don't tell me.
It's kind of hard when you say that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
It's kind of hard not to, you know.
A word of the wise, dude. If your girl comments and says, hey, I'm getting some bigger bras, just say, nice.
You went up a size?
You went up a size?
You in the triple D's now? Triple D.
Oh, boy.
Triple D is not even a thing, is it? I'm pretty sure.
Dude.
It is?
Fuck, yes.
Oh my god. I thought double D's was the most. I know it's not the highest, but that's like the highest without going over.
G's. And G's are bigger than my stepmom's. I think my stepmom's got like H's.
H?
Hmm?
H?
H's.
I meant like without it going over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fog the back. That's the only part.
Oh my god. Read that.
It's already down to 50.
I said, oof, I love you.
Oof. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we're switching back.
What, mine's overheating?
No, I just said it's at 50%.
But, let's talk a little bit about vaping, vape advocacy. If you do not support vaping, then why are you on my channel?
Number one thing,
why are you on my channel if you don't like vaping? Number 2, vaping is a way of life for some people.
Exactly. Some people make money off of it just by doing reviews.
Yeah. I know a lot of people that do reviews just on starter kits. And they make a lot of money doing it.
Exactly. You could see that as a bad thing. You could just say milking the industry. That's just milking it.
But see, most reviewers, like Rip Trippers, the companies that he gets his boxes from to do a review on, they pay him to do it. A real good YouTuber and reviewer is a reviewer that does not get paid.
Who?
Jay Hayes.
Yeah.
He may be an asshole, but he's a fucking great reviewer.
Oh, the draft's coming in. It's all getting blown out. Oh no.
But I got a zit right there, and it's bothering the fuck out of me. But I love vaping just because the options. With smoking, you don't have that option.
It's literally just tobacco and a bunch of thousands of chemicals, and that's it.
Marlboro and Camel did put out, or R.J. Reynolds put out a notice on their cigarettes, over 600, listing them. Different types of chemicals in one cigarette. And look, there's like 20 cigarettes in a pack. Yeah. So multiply 6 times 20. Dude.
Times fucking 160,000.
Fuck.
That's just how many chemicals you're putting in your body. But with vaping, 4 max.
Yeah, vaping, there's only 4 main ingredients. If you want to tell them that, you can.
So, I forgot the first two because to me they're hard to say. Not hard to say, but hard to remember.
Propylene glycol, vegetable glycerin,
Then
flavoring, and nicotine.
And then nicotine, but nicotine is optional.
Yeah,
you don't need to have it.
Nicotine is optional. Like, I know people that don't even use nicotine.
Exactly. Like, this we're using, like, the juice I was using has 0. I think it's a mixture of 0 and 6.
0 and 6. I got just 3 milligrams in mine.
But part of me actually likes it without nicotine because it's a much
smoother inhale.
Yeah.
It's a much smoother flavor all around. And you get, the more nicotine you have in a certain juice, you're going to have less flavor. And it's going to be a fucking killer on your throat.
Exactly. Crisp.
Oh, my dragon! Oh, I forgot how crispy my dragons were.
Yeah, I can't do those. Mine come out fucked up when I do it. I tried to do a Bane. I don't know if I did well.
Fucking Bane.
This is about to be shitty.
Not bad.
Not bad, but not
Ghost.
perfect. Oh, God. Trash.
That was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna stop this video like 20 minutes, but like I was saying about vaping and all that, it's better for your health. Like,
yeah, 95%.
95% better than smoking.
Yeah, safer anyway.
But at the same time, I hear people tell me all the time, but you're still putting chemicals in your body. I'm like, we
breathe oxygen.
That's a chemical. And there's no telling how many parts per billion of toxins we breathe every day.
Exactly.
From pollen to mold to ambient air moisture.
There's a whole list.
Exactly.
That you breathe in your lifetime. Or even just in a month.
You probably breathe in more harmful chemicals in 1 month than you do with this. With one hit.
Like, if someone asked me to take a hit off of their cigarette versus fucking a vape, I would take vape any day.
Vaping any day. And hey, I smoked for 2 years. I know what it's like to wake up and all you have on your mind is getting that nicotine hit.
Getting that
with vaping, get up.
It's kind of the same way, but on a much less addicting
scale. Where's the jewel?
I don't know. You had it. I didn't take it.
Oh.
We got a little jewel in here.
This thing right here will kill cigarettes.
Exactly.
59 milligrams.
And it basically already is. We saw a 12-year-old who was doing this, but I'd rather them do this than a cigarette.
Would you answer this question? Would you rather a 12-year-old
or even your own kid, honestly.
Your son, your daughter, whoever it may be. Would you rather them smoke cigarettes or hit one of these? Now, given being that has a more higher concentrate of nicotine, but hey, it doesn't give you black lung. It doesn't give you tar lung. You don't have bad breath after you hit it.
You actually have good breath.
Mango, bitch.
Let me hit
that. That thing's so fucking good. In America, bitches.
I gotta do a better hit. It's strong though.
Yeah, it'll if you're not ready for it, it'll kick.
It'll kick you right in the lungs.
Are you using my box?
What is mine?
I want to use your box though, because that flavoring though.
That flavor mixture. Get it? You can't get it anywhere else. You could just buy the 2 juices.
Let's shut the windows. But all I'm really saying is it's a lot of style choices. You could be the lazy vapor, which this is classified as just buy the pods, put it in, charge it, and hit it. Or you can be the more advanced with a box mod and a sub-ohm tank. You only have to replace the coils like every...
Sorry about that.
That's fine. It's like every, maybe like 2 weeks if you're lucky. But with us, our coils, because this is a rebuildable.
And I also want to preference this. There's a coil in here that I don't even know how old it is. It is rusted, and it can do this type of cloud.
And give you that much vapor, and still safer for you.
I mean, granted,
Clarify, safer. You might have to get a tetanus shot, but it's better than dying of cancer.
True, though. And this one has a fresh build in it.
Okay, here's a little thing. I know vaping is still in research, and people have their doubts about it. You hear all these horrible stories about vapes blowing up in people's faces. That's because they don't know how to build it correctly.
Or if you're someone like our friend Braden.
Oh my god.
Who
Dude, he said he kept it in his bag, and he still had the fucking batteries in it.
That's dumb. So what happened was, my dad had a box mod that he didn't use anymore, and
you give it to him.
Yeah.
Then he give it to me.
Yeah, and then I gave it to him, and then Braden came up with another mod, and he was like, "Yo, I'll trade you this mod for this one." And at the time, Bailey was really into Smock at the time.
Yeah, the Smock. At the time, I was really like, dope, dude. This thing is lit.
And of course, now he's more into hot.
Fuck yeah, high end is where it's at. You got the lower rendition of China, no offense, and the middle end of China.
Yeah, mid to high.
Mid to high.
And then what happened was, he gave it to him, right? They traded mods. And what happened was, I don't know, was it like a week later?
No, 4 days later.
Like 4 days later, my dad asked for his mod back. So I was like, "Hey Bailey, can you hit Braden up and be like, hey, can you give me the mod back and I'll give you that one?" And he was like, "Sure, but wasn't he like, you can keep it?"
The what?
Wasn't it Braden like, "I'll give you it back, but you can keep the O-sub"?
Yeah.
All right. So he told him he could keep the mod that he gave him. So the next day, he came up with the mod. He gave it to us and he walked away. We didn't think anything of it.
I didn't think anything of it. Then I started getting some type of residue on my hand and it smelled horrible. I opened up the battery door. There was battery acid everywhere. The wires were charred. Everything was fucked.
And we were like, "What the fuck?"
I wanted to fight him.
For real. Especially me, because I knew my dad would fucking kill me at that point. I mean, he didn't like hit me or anything. He didn't spank me or anything like that, thankfully. I don't know. I think I got grounded for a little while because of that. Even though it wasn't necessarily my fault, but okay.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, what we assume, and this is probably what happened, Braden was a dumbass and
kept his fucking...
That mod, I don't think, is really temperature controlled. At least not as good.
No, it doesn't have any mini screen. You know that, right? It was just a button to adjust.
So what he probably did, there are technically like 3 options. There's low, medium, and high. Green being low, yellow being medium, and red being high. We are assuming that he put it on high the entire time and would just keep on hitting it and hitting it and hitting it and would not let it, cool down. So that then made the batteries like explode. Not explode, but like either that or the batteries were bad and there's like no cover on them. or the covers were coming off. But I think the batteries themselves were fine at the time.
They were fine until
They were fine until they got fucking exploded. But moral of the story is, if you're going to vape, know how to fucking use it. Because you are going to regret it if you don't.
yeah, make sure you do your research.
Like, Braden was honestly lucky it didn't just explode in his face. He's lucky. Most people wouldn't be that lucky.
Honestly, I wish it did happen to him.
What, taught him a lesson?
Not really.
Probably not, but he would suffer the consequences at the very least.
My truck is so old that it has one of these. And if any of you know what this is, comment down below.
I can see what it is.
I know. But anyway, thanks for watching this video, guys. We'll make another video soon. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon. Thank you.